Okay, so here we are. I am down in Tennessee in the basement of a building, and this is a computer rescue. IBM, you can kind of tell, IBM-y looking things. Okay, anyway, I purchased a mainframe on auction, an old one, an ES 9000. This is one of the small air-cooled ones. It's a 9221. Model 191, and we're going to just take a quick look at it. I am here to prep this up for shipment. So here it is. It's tucked a little bit away. I just got here. I'll have to move it, some stuff around, but okay, it is a pretty plain, featureless white box, but you can see the white box is in pretty damn nice condition. This is indeed a mainframe from the 360 370 line. This is about closing in on 25 years old, and these things are getting really thin on the ground. Apparently this one was still operating just 2 years ago, and which is kind of incredible because, man, this thing should have been replaced a long time ago. Now the reason I went for this auction is because of that. Specifically, that tape. That tape is the microcode tape. That's the brain of the system. This thing here and all ES 9000s are completely brain dead when you first turn them on. You need to load that tape with all the microcode and all that fun stuff. And guess what? No one saved those. They just figured, oh, here's an old PC, and yeah, we'll take it home. We'll use it somewhere. Does it go with a mainframe? Who knows? Who cares? Yeah, it's funny tapes. Throw them out. So nearly all of the ES 9000s that are still around today in collections and so forth, they don't have the microcode tape anymore because they parted ways, and that makes them useless. They turn into a brick. So that tape right there is what made the difference. So we'll look at some other stuff here. This is the processor. Sorry, I just got here. I need to move this stuff up, pack it up, and all that. So the views are not so great. This is the disk array, 93, 94. I think this was known as RAMAC 2. Those are the DASDs, direct access storage device. It's IBM speak for disk. I'm probably going to remove these and take them home in my van rather than have the shipper move them, just for safety. I think these are probably late enough in the game that they don't need special head parking and all that, but I'm going to look anyway. I didn't find any information on it, but I'm going to look anyway. Also, it'll save some weight. I do have to measure everything out for the mover. I am not moving this myself. I'm having a mover do it. Then we have some, okay, we got a couple of these gigantic printers, 6262s. This is actually, I guess, the back of the printer. Let's look at the front. Here's the front of the printer. There are two of them. I'm going to give one away because there's no point in having really two of them. But I have to take them anyway. So, pretty neat, channel attached. I don't recall if this was IBM's last big printer or if it was the first one they farmed out. I don't recall. But IBM did get out of the printer business, of course. Here's the tape. One of the tape drives. There's another one. And then the tape controller's back there. We'll take another look at it. But it's the tape robot. And, of course, it has the really cool big message board, so you can see what's going on from across the data center. These should be 3490s of some flavor, pretty early 3490s. So yeah, these are pretty obsolete as well. You can see this is also in pretty good shape. There's a little bit of a ding on the printer, but not too bad. I'm going to wrap these up, cardboard corner them and everything, take all the loose bits. I'll prep them up. Here's the innards of 3490. Pretty big. These were all bolted together originally. Take a look at the side of the control unit, and it's got a little bit of a panel. Not much of one. Not really much in the way of blinky lights, but some fun stuff. Of course, big red switch. We like the big red switch. The other printer. Yeah, okay, 3490 B04. Some extra cards. Might be channel cards. I don't know. This thing should have both SCON and 370 bus and tag. Because those printers, I believe, are the bus and tag channel attached versions. Let's see. These, I think, are also included. Some various tubes and stuff like that. I think there's some manuals up there. Okay, it's a Memorex clone. A clone of an info window. And those look like info windows back there. So yeah, I'm here to package all this stuff up and take it back. And hopefully get this thing running again. That tape is all important. And even if everything else got trashed, if just the tape and the processor box were saved, that's good enough. Will that tape work on any ES9000? No, not really. They are tied to the model. I think they're tied to the serial of the machine. And there's probably some configuration information on that tape as well for things like, well, guess what? There's some 3490s. There's a couple of 6262s. There's this RAMAC 2 here. So I think the tape is extremely specific to that machine. However, yeah, things can be disassembled by hand. There are top men that are willing to work on this. Top men. So yeah, it's all looking good here. It looks like this should be a pretty easy way to get out of here. Nice floors. These things roll very nicely. Kind of a straight shot to the elevator. Up a floor. Then it's just right around the corner and out to the street. I'll have to have a lift gate truck to get these up there. I'm going to have to figure out the weights on these things. I'm going to also take dimensions. And I hope I brought my tape measure. If not, I'll have to run back to the van. But yeah, that's what's going to happen here today. Oh, here's some of the docks. What do we got here? Operations. Well, that's pretty handy. Operating your system. Congratulations on buying a brand new 9221. Ah, the IBM tool. X tool. I/O configuration guide. We've got administration. Standalone I/O configuration program, which is probably going to be extremely useful because if I can get this thing working, I'd love to put some of my old bus and tag stuff on it. Like, well, you saw the 3540 disc, the card reader and punch. Yeah, I'd love to get that stuff still on there. They should be able to work. We'll hope. We'll see. I think people were still putting that old 370 stuff on ES9000s. In fact, yeah, I've seen an ES9000 with that old 3505, 3525 card punch reader system. It was a big water-cooled ES9000, not one of these little stinky air-cooled ones, but I have seen it done. So yeah, it looks all very good. It's cost me about 500 bucks. I suspect I probably beat a scrapper. And yeah, that's why I'm going to actually call this a rescue, because that's a word I don't particularly like to use with these older machines, because a lot of times they're not rescues. It's just, they're just changing hands. But in this case, it was a county auction. This is a government installation here. And they just used the local county auctioneer. And yeah, this stuff was destined for scrap, no doubt. You know, because even the 3490s, yeah, there's not much support needed for those anymore. The third-party resellers have plenty of parts. So, all right, I think that's about it. I got to get to work here. Hope you enjoyed the video, and leave a like, subscribe, maybe even share it. And, well, hopefully there'll be a video in the future with this thing running. Okay, see you guys later.